But those taxpayer dollars might have gone in part to terrorists. Let's bring in Small Business Administrator Kelly Loeffler. Administrator Loeffler, are you having to go loan by loan? You said in 48 hours you found $1 million of fraud. How do you do this investigation?
Well, good morning, Kaylee. Look, you're exactly right. PPP during COVID was very helpful to millions of small businesses that helped them keep their employees on the payroll to get through the terrible effects of the pandemic on our economy. But look what happened. We see the exploitation by these criminal rings of people exploiting welfare programs. This is what happens when you have a socialist welfare state that the Democrats want to protect, is that the small businesses who needed the money didn't get it. And we found out now at the SBA, and just looking at this for 5 days, that $2 million in COVID loans went to these fraudulent individuals that have been indicted. So what we're talking about now is looking across the entire state of Minnesota, because it appears that this fraud ring is being perpetrated across all types of government assistance that is meant for families that are hungry, families that need housing, young children that need education, and it's being exploited. And look, the fraud is well known because the Minnesota legislature, an independent oversight committee, called it out years ago. Governor Walz looked the other way because he was benefiting his constituency, and now it's on the backs of hardworking taxpayers to pay it, which includes our small businesses, who are some of the biggest taxpayers in this country.
I want to ask you about this, and I mentioned this in my open, but let's pull it up. The pages of the New York Times. And here you see they clearly denote the first public signs of a major problem in the state's service system started in 2022 when federal prosecutors began charging defendants in connection with the program. Merrick Garland, Attorney General for the Biden administration, called it the country's largest pandemic relief fraud scheme. That was 2022. Did your predecessor in the Biden administration pursue this? Because if I heard DOJ was looking into this at SBA, I would have looked into it as well.
No, Kaylee, and that's what's troubling. When I came into the SBA on day one, I said we will have a zero tolerance policy on fraud. And so from day one, we've gone back to COVID-era loans that were forgiven under the Biden administration that had hold codes for fraud, for potential fraud. So we are going back thoroughly through the entire program, through multiple programs that the SBA operated, and ensuring that we go back and investigate that. And I'm grateful to the House and Senate for extending the statute of limitations to ensure that people don't have safe harbor simply by virtue of time running out to investigate, because the Biden administration did forgive billions of loans that they shouldn't have, and now we're able to go investigate those.
Yeah, so they just let it go. They let it go at the SBA under Biden. This is Keith Ellison. He says he regrets nothing. He, of course, former attorney general there in Minnesota. Listen to what he says.
Is there something you wish you had done differently?
No, we cooperated fully and worked well with the FBI.
Now, he's, of course, still attorney general there in Minnesota. He doesn't regret anything?
Well, no, obviously not. And these programs are actually growing under their watch. Certainly, programs that were aimed at being $2 million in assistance have now grown to $100 million unchecked. And this is spiraling out of control. And it's exactly why we have to have oversight, because these states, particularly Democrat states, cannot be trusted to enforce the provisions required of these welfare programs. The One Big Beautiful Bill brings that in. It reins in the rampant fraud in SNAP and in other programs. It puts work requirements on. It puts more penalties for fraud and requires checks. And I'm so grateful that that bill passed, because now we can start to rein in those programs that so badly need it. And look, there's more to come, because now Americans see the scale of this. This is just in one state. And we know that that's being replicated in other regions in the country.
Well, these are words. We just have a few moments that I never thought I'd see in the pages of the New York Times, but let's pull them up. The episode has raised broader questions for some residents about the sustainability of Minnesota's Scandinavian modeled system. They go on to say the system helped create an environment that drew immigrants to the state over many decades, including tens of thousands of Somali refugees. So you're saying this entire vast welfare program needs to be looked at?
Well, that's right. And look what's happening in the country with the rise of socialism on the left. This is a socialist welfare state that has failed the people that are paying taxes to support it, the hardworking Americans. And look, that's why we have migration of the blue states happening, because the taxpayers that fund these programs aren't the ones getting the benefit. And so we're going to continue to crack down. I'm grateful that all my partners across the administration, whether it's Secretary Bessent or Secretary Rollins at USDA, that we're all working together to ensure that these programs work for hardworking American families.
Kelly Loeffler, thank you.
Click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You won't get it anywhere else.